Alright everybody, welcome to episode 258 of Psykos Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. Yes, I've got it in my Rudolph mug. Christmas stuff here. One of my favorite Christmas cartoons, by the way. That and Charlie Brown Christmas. Always powered by coffee. And Christmas coffee too. Alright, so I think what I'm going to end up calling this episode is a little VCLT, goodies, and Christmas cheer. Because that's what we're going to do with this one here. So let's see. Let's start off a minute here. Okay, I want to do a shout out to a really cool podcast. All right, they went off. Eric Miller's one of the hosts out in Pennsylvania of the Pods and Sods Network. I don't know if any of you people have ever heard of Pods and Sods. If you have not, go subscribe to that podcast and their Facebook page. They sent me, they were doing the 12 Days of Christmas, and they sent me a sticker, and I like the Christmas card. Look at the lamp. It gets a kick out of it. Now, on the back, of course, the two hosts, they go off and go, "Kissing time is here again." Oh, man, thanks for listening. Yeah, and I have listened to about, a couple of them. And just really, really cool show. So, Pods and Sods Network, that's right. Go like them on Facebook and go subscribe to their podcast. I think Eric and company would really like that very, very much. Also, I did forget another album that was given to me by Donna Jo Cat Lady. A very cool album, nevertheless, which is the first vinyl I'm going to go off and show you here. From 1975, The Living Legend of Roy Orbison. This is the front, this is the back. Now, in the corner here, it says, "Candlelight Music proudly presents." This came out in 1975. This is a double album. But the thing is, with this, let's see here. I got my research. Yeah, this particular one is not American pressing, it turns out, because the American one would really show Candlelight Music. I've seen the label before. This is a Canadian issue because it still says Candlelight, but it also is Columbia Special Products. So, still kind of cool though. Nevertheless, it hasn't been played. It's got your standard stuff like Only the Lonely, Candyman, Crying, Uptown, In Dreams, Blue Bayou, Running Scared, Pretty Paper, all kinds of fun stuff on here. I've been a Roy fan, well, God, for a very long time. When the Traveling Wilburys was made and Roy was a member, I was like, huh. I'm like, okay. And he just died too damn young, honestly, and he had a tragic life. I know one of his kids died. I can't remember if one of his wives died in really horrible circumstances. I'm like, man, oh man. But when he died in '88, at least he left us the Mystery Girl album, which I really like that too. That's a nice way to end things off. Trivia here about the Wilburys. I don't know why they didn't go through with this. They originally, the rest of them, considered replacing Roy for the Volume 3 LP. And they were even considering a small tour, believe it or not, before Roy died. Just a small one. And two of the people that were mentioned were Dwayne Eddy and Del Shannon. Yeah, Dwayne Eddy or Del Shannon would have became a Wilbury. That's too bad, because out of all honesty, either one of them or both of them would have been pretty damn awesome to have in the Wilburys, but it just didn't work out that way. And Volume 3, I don't know how you guys think about that Traveling Wilburys one, but it's a little flat. The only song I really like on it is Be My Baby. I love that song with Gary Moore's little, oh man, very cool. So, like I said, thank you Down to Joe Cat Lady for the Roy Orbison. Alright, this one here, I got this at a antique mall stall. They were having, I think it was 15 or 20% off in the booth. Okay, so I actually got this at a very reasonable price, but I've never owned an album from the Nighthawks. The Nighthawks live in Europe. Now, this one was recorded July of '86 in Bremen, West Germany. The Nighthawks started out in Washington, D.C. in 1972, but by mid-'74 they had Jim Thackeray until late '86. In the late '80s, Warren Haynes from Government Mule and Allman Brothers was a member briefly. Also, Jimmy Hall from Wet Willie and Jimmy Knowles from Sea Level also briefly were included in this band. After Thackeray left, the remaining trio backed Elvin Bishop, John Lee Hooker, and Pinetop Perkins during the late '80s in various touring outfits. Mark Wenner is the only original member left. Here's the front, here's the back. Now, the German import of this album that's original shows it on the Crosscut label. This is the American one. This is on Varick, which is an offshoot of Rounder Records. So, I'm glad to have this because Jimmy Thackeray seems to come down here on a semi-regular basis. I would love to torture him and get his autograph on this one. So, the next two records I got from a record store. I'll admit, I don't really spend a lot of money in record stores. I know that kind of sounds goofy, unless it's the $1 or $2 bins. Sorry, I just don't have a lot of money to go spend. But I just happened to be in there. They were having a contest. I figure I'd go take a look since I haven't been in there since they grand opened. And I actually found two things that, well, for me was really, really cool. One of them I definitely have been looking for years. And I was very happy to get it at a decent price. Everything in the store was 20% off, so I didn't pay these prices here. But I'm a Tubes fan. I've always been a Tubes fan. I love the 70s and 80s work that they did. And out of all honesty, I think, man, well, let me get to this first, alright? This is actually one of my favorite albums. Remote Control here came out in March of 1979. It was produced by Todd Rundgren. Yes, that's right, the one that was shunned in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The sham Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Todd is a genius. Whether you agree with me or not, he has been behind the scenes on a lot of bands besides his own solo work and Nas and all the other stuff. So he produced this. He also would go on to produce the Tubes' Love Bomb from 1985, which unfortunately, the bomb part was correct. It wasn't that great of an album. That was a letdown, actually. That was the last major label album the Tubes would have. Todd also happens to be co-writer on TV is King, and one of my favorite tracks off of here, and Love's a Mystery. He also plays guitar and keyboards on this. Primetime was the single, went to number 34 on the UK. Here's the front, and here's the back. And I know you're going, huh, what the heck? This was actually photographed on the Hollywood Squares set back in late 78, early 79. Fee Waybill and two other members of the Tubes actually were celebrities on Hollywood Squares back then for a couple episodes. I thought that was kind of cool to know. But here's the thing, though, about this. Like I said, so you got Remote Control here. It came out in March of 79. It was the last technical complete studio LP for A&M. In 1980, they recorded an album which was called Suffer for Sound. And they went and turned it into A&M. A&M didn't like it. They're like, nah, we ain't going to release this. But in the words of Fee Waybill, we ain't going to release this, but we're going to release you. So they cut the band. They just said, we're done with you. And I'm just sitting there going, what the hell? Now, if you are a Tubes fan, or you're kind of curious about unreleased albums, the Suffer for Sound LP is actually on YouTube, all 10 tracks. Now, there was actually a little bit more recorded for those sessions, which I'm getting to in a second here. It's an okay album. It's not great. I mean, it does have some power to it, but in the words of the the A&R people, I don't hear a single. There's some good music on it. It's just nothing hit-worthy. Now, A&M did end up releasing one track from the Suffer for Sound sessions, Driving All Night, on their Trash album in 1981, which was hits, rarities, live stuff. And Driving All Night, that could have been a single, seriously. But I don't think they even made it off the Trash album. I don't think that made a 45. So, Tubes are still going, actually, with 4 of its original members, which is really nice. I thought I heard they're working on a new one. That would be really nice also, considering it's been quite some time. I want to say since Genius of America in 96. That was the last time they ever did anything. So, Tubes, Remote Control, that's right. This next one, I got this because not only am I a Beatles fan, not only am I a Paul McCartney fan, but when I found this is a English 12-inch from Once Upon a Long Ago, which came out in November of '87. I happened to trip on an article about this exact song, actually, a week before I found this. So in the UK, when it came out in November of '87, it was on the All the Best CD of the UK, though. It was not on All the Best US. This song was originally written for The Princess Bride. Yeah, it was originally written for The Princess Bride, but it was rejected as too sentimental. Seriously, that was the words of Rob Reiner and company involved in the film. They're like, too sentimental. And so they called Mark Knopfler to do the rest of the soundtrack. So yeah, he turns in Once Upon a Long Ago and Beautiful Night were the 2 songs that he turned in. Now, this song originally was supposed to be a duet for Paul and Freddie Mercury. That's right. I didn't know that till recently myself. I mean, that would have been kind of damn cool. I could see this being a duet piece. But between Freddie's work solo in Queen and his battle with AIDS, he had to pass on it. This is a 12-inch single, so we have 4 tracks on this. The regular 7-inch had a regular B-side of Back on My Feet, which was one of the first songs that Paul and Elvis Costello worked on together. The other 2 songs on here, and there's 2 different English 12-inch singles with different side Bs. This one here, I've got it, I'm led to believe, is the more common one, Midnight Special and Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Those 2 cuts would end up on the future, I call it the Russian album. The Russian album, which wasn't released yet. So, it's kind of an interesting, I like the song. I actually like both songs on here. And, of course, this is on a black EMI Parlophone on this as well. So, Gemma. Oh, you know what, guys? I think I apologize. I think I apologize on this. Oh, I am so stupid. This isn't an English copy. This is either French or German. I think it's French. It's a French version of this. Kind of nice, actually. I am so sorry. This will teach me reading is fundamental. And so, but the thing is about this song also, that was like the last top 10 that he had. Of course, I don't remember if Egypt Station, if he had a top 10 on that one, but in 1987, this was his last top 10, at least for quite some time, if at all. I don't know how you guys feel if you're a Paul McCartney fan about Paul's solo work. Honestly, I've told time and time again, that Tug of War in '82 was the last complete album I fully enjoyed. There is little bits of Pipes of Peace, little bits of Say Goodbye to Broad Street. The film sucks. Sorry, but it does. But there's a little bit of the soundtrack. Press to Play I didn't like. I kind of got pissed about that one. And then I don't know how you guys feel about his 90s work. Flowers in the Dirt's got some interesting things. But I really dig this song. I really do. Both sides. Honest to God, they should have thrown this out in the U.S. I think it would have been a hit. It would have been a hit in the U.S. I don't know why they didn't do it that way. Okay, so let me show you a couple other little things. Okay, one music, couple music related, and one not music related. Let's get to the non-music related first. I managed to find this. I'm a big fan of the original Batman show. Yeah, and I actually found this. This is from 1986, the official Batman Bat book by Joel Eisner. I got a kick out of this. Let me see if I could show you a picture of anything. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, wow. There's him boxing the Riddler. Oh boy. Anywho, so for $3 I couldn't screw up on this. I had this back in '86 and I lost it. And surprise, here it is again. Okay, so now I know this is going to be a little bit of a ho-hum for you guys, but in case you don't know, I'm going to show it anyway. In October, the U.S. Postal Service put out John Lennon stamps. Now, like I said, I know they came out in October. Maybe some of you people already got them already. But here's the thing. I got these stamps a few days back. So if you don't have this, you may want to get it. I like the way that it looks like a picture sleeve. I seriously do. There's a slight ding. I don't care. It's nice. I just think they did a really good job with this. And it was only $8. It was only $8 to get this. So, if you're a Lennon fan, a Beatle fan, it behoove you to go to the U.S. Postal Service. Maybe you may want to wait till after Christmas. It's going to be a crazy week. Alright. Did find a signed book a couple days ago, too. I met this man. Oh, jeez. 6-7 years ago I met him down here. Really nice guy. Got to talk to him for a couple minutes even too. John Oates. That's right. Change of Season. This has an exclusive CD included. It's in the back here. I haven't listened to it yet. It's 5 tracks. But the reason why I got it for $2, I thought I heard, honestly, he did a book signing tour. Unfortunately, that's his autograph. He just does a J.O. But still, it's actually a very cool read. I have actually enjoyed, and I haven't even gotten to the mid-70s yet. Let me see if I can show you a picture. Oh, here's a silly one of him recording Out of Touch, part of the elements of Out of Touch. But he has got solo albums out. Honestly, go check him out. I think you would appreciate it. JohnOates.com, if I remember correctly. So sow your oats that way. What? Oh. Alright. No new subs for this week, guys. I'm hoping to do, actually, another episode before Christmas. Why? Oh, no. Here we go. Well, I won a radio station contest locally here. And, they threw me for a loop. I'm not going to lie. So you're going to get a new music review on a Christmas reunion. Tony Orlando and Dawn. Yes, even I didn't know they were putting out a new back together reunion Christmas album. Here's the front. Here's the back. Yeah, it's Dawn. It's Joy. It's Thelma Hopkins and Joyce Vincent. So, yeah, I'll be listening to this, and I like Tony Orlando and Dawn. I do. Not everything. They just were down in this area, actually, shortly after Thanksgiving. And so I will be doing a review on this really, really soon. And also, I found out some really strange concert announcements that I'll be looking forward to. I'm probably going to hope to catch both shows, but if not both, I'm definitely going to the first one. There's two in January. The casino that's doing a free concert, the one that did Starship back in September on my birthday. In early January, they're going to have Nelson. You know Nelson, the one that does After the Rain. I never said I could sing, okay? I like some of their stuff, but I'll admit I only know 2 or 3 songs. But so what? You know what's going to happen. Mighty Psykos going to bring my CD covers and try to get them autographed. And also, anybody that lives in the Springfield, Missouri area, so central Missouri maybe, 20th of January, it's a Sunday. Dawkins coming. Dawkins is coming to Springfield. You're rocking with Dawkins. And I think it's back, though, to the Don Dokken, Mick Brown lineup of Dokken with, I can't remember who else is in that band right now. There always seems to be in and out lineup changes on that thing. But I figure, what the hell, you know? I think the tickets are semi-reasonable, and it's about a almost 2-hour drive. But maybe. Depends on how the weather is in late January. It could get a little dicey out here in this area. But, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe is some Nelson and Dokken mystery clips. Who knows? Who knows on my channel? You never know. So, like and subscribe to Psykos Platters, please. We're getting very close to 600 subscribers. We will have a contest when we get to 600. Plain and simple. I already have the question already lined up for you guys. So hopefully one more episode between now and Christmas. If for some reason it doesn't happen, I want you all to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Mighty Psycho here. And I thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my cold, dead heart. No, I'm kidding. From the bottom of my heart. And mistletoe and stuff like that. And my cup of coffee. I appreciate all of you guys being here and watching and liking. And just tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about Psykos Platters. Also, I want to leave a special announcement here. This one's going to be a short one. Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark. Sunday night, 6 to 9 p.m. His 500th episode will be December 30th. 500 episode. The man puts on a hell of a show. Go like him on Facebook. Sunday nights, 6 to 9 p.m. Central Standard. Go on Uber stations. WVOA 87.7 out of Syracuse. Yes. So I'm very congratulatory to Ronnie to make it to this milestone. Alright guys, I'll shut up. Take care. God bless. Rock on.